White privilege. When someone says white privilege, ask for a definition. Usually they won't have one. Often they'll give an example instead. But an example is not the same thing as a definition. As Socrates pointed out to Euthyphro, for example, he asked him, Euthyphro claimed to be an expert on religion. Socrates asked him for a definition of religion. And Euthyphro said, well, true religion is doing like I'm doing. What he was doing, incidentally, was prosecuting his father for murder, which is kind of interesting in that ancestor worship was at the core of Greek religion. And he claims, but that's the story for another day. Socrates is quite right to hold him to that distinction. An example is not the same as a definition. You might well follow Socrates' example there. The common example one gets when one's given an example, Black people are followed by store detectives, whereas white people are not, or are followed much less frequently. And alas, this does happen. But is not being suspected automatically of criminal intent privilege, one accorded to white people but denied to Black people? Or is it rather a right not to be suspected without probable cause, to have privacy respected, and so forth? I call this sort of thing white privilege instead of, say, Black disprivilege. Well, perhaps one might respond because all white people reap the benefit, they get better treatment. But this begs the question. I assume from the outset that when a Black person is harmed, score one for white people. Isn't that instead what examples like store detectives are supposed to prove, instead of assuming from the outset into the bargain? And what's the implicit remedy here? Think of an analogy. Some of the few remaining unionized workers draw pensions, while most other workers make do with 401ks, which are usually woefully inadequate. And this leads some people to cry out, no fair. Why should cops and teachers and bureaucrats get such a cushy deal? Equalize it. Well, why say people with pensions must be stripped of them rather than say everybody should have an adequate pension? Imagine the second wave at Omaha Beach saying, hey, look at those guys on dry land. No fair. Can't come back into the channel like the rest of us. Which sort of equality would be better? Smash white privilege or to smash Black disprivilege? Thank you for listening. This has been Michael Cavanaugh. Good day.